Kanazawa.
Kanazawa is the capital of Ishikawa Prefecture, located in the Hokuriku region on the Sea of Japan coast. You can get a train ticket here with Klook, and it's conveniently located about 2.5 hours away from Tokyo. Kanazawa has historical samurai areas, modern museums, delicious seafood, tranquil gardens, and beautiful art. It's a lively capital city, while still quiet enough to offer an escape from the bustle of Japan's larger urban areas.
I've been lucky enough to live here for a couple of years, and I think it's a fantastic city. I don't think one day is enough to really enjoy everything that Kanazawa has to offer, but here are some of my favorite highlights.
To plan your Kanazawa trip, you can use the Klook app to buy tickets, make hotel reservations, find unique experiences, and keep all your bookings in one place. I would start my morning at the peaceful Oyama Jinja, or Oyama Shrine, in the heart of downtown next to the Kanazawa Castle. The shrine has a unique gate that combines Western and Eastern styles, since it was designed by a Dutch architect. The stained glass at the top is really beautiful, especially when it's lit up at night. Oyama Jinja is a shrine dedicated to Maeda Toshie, the first lord of the Maeda family who ruled the Kaga domain for hundreds of years, now present-day Ishikawa Prefecture. He died in 1599 and his spirit became deified at nearby Mount Utatsu, before the shrine was relocated here in 1873. Next to the shrine is a peaceful garden, which is so nice, lush, and quiet. You can cross the bridge here to enter the castle grounds through Nezumitamon Gate. The grounds of the castle are free to enter, and while they're beautiful by day, there are frequently evening light-up or lantern events, which are also often free of charge to enjoy. It costs 320 yen to enter the castle itself. The castle actually burned down and was rebuilt a few times in the 16 and 1700s. But after a fire in 1881, it wasn't rebuilt, and part of the grounds were actually used for the Kanazawa University from 1949 to 1989. However, in 2001, the castle was finally reconstructed to look true to the original structure, and was rebuilt using the same traditional building techniques. This was rebuilt about 20 years ago, but it's now one of Japan's top 100 castles, and you can collect stamps from all the 100 castles, so if you're into collecting stamps and you like castles, another reason to come to Kanazawa. If you walk through to the other side of the castle grounds, you'll cross the main Ishikawamon Gate, which is actually original since it survived the 1881 fire.
So we're leaving Kanazawa Castle, and right across the street is Kenrokuen Garden. It's summertime right now, you can probably hear all the cicadas, but in the spring these are cherry blossoms, so this path is really beautiful no matter what season you visit.
Across from Ishikawamon Gate is Kenrokuen Garden. This garden is actually classified as one of Japan's 3 most beautiful landscape gardens, and it's beautiful in all seasons. I love all the lush moss, and in the fall the maple leaves are so vibrant. In winter, everything is blanketed with pristine snow. It costs 320 yen for adults and just 100 yen for children to enter Kenrokuen Garden. Across the street from Kenrokuen is Ishiura Shrine, the oldest shrine in Kanazawa. It was founded in the 700s and has lots of pretty vermilion torii gates. Their mascot is a cute dog named Kima-chan, and you can even buy these wooden plaques or colorful fortunes featuring their dog mascot.
This is Ishiura Shrine, and you can walk through all the torii gates over here.
If you happen to get a bad fortune, you can also tie up the paper fortune or omikuji here to leave any bad luck at the shrine. Before the morning is over, you'll want to check out Omicho Market. This is located on the side of town closer to the station and sells fresh fish, fruit, and vegetables, as well as some other snacks and restaurant options. Since Kanazawa is located so close to the Sea of Japan, the seafood is really high quality, and there's an abundance of fresh seafood options. I got here mid-morning and enjoyed walking around for a bit before stopping in one of the restaurants for an early lunch. I definitely recommend getting sushi in Kanazawa, and though there are a range of price points and sushi options in this city, Conveyor Belt Sushi is a great casual and fun lunch option. Mori Mori Sushi is a local sushi chain with a few stores around this prefecture. One of their locations is here in Omicho Market. Usually you have to get a ticket here to wait for a seat, but I was lucky that they were able to seat me immediately. There's all-you-can-drink green tea at your seat, and you can order as many sushi pieces as you like from the tablet. They get made right in front of you, and you can also grab anything that looks tasty from the conveyor belt going around the restaurant. I got a 5-piece set to start. The shrimp and tuna are some of my favorites. I also love crab, and Kanazawa has a great crab season, so I had to get some snow crab too. There are regional specialties you can get here, like the hokuriku sample plate, or noroguro, a fish popular here in Kanazawa. Sushi never disappoints, and just outside the market, have you ever seen a sushi vending machine before? All fueled up for the afternoon, I headed to the Nagamachi District, the historical samurai area on the western side of Kanazawa. Cycling is one of my favorite ways to get around town, especially if you're trying to see a lot in one day. Luckily, Kanazawa has these green Machinori rental bikes around the city. You can find them at several locations, including at Kanazawa Station. There's plenty of free bike parking too. So the Nagamachi area is where the samurai and their family used to live in the feudal ages of Japan, back before the Meiji Restoration. These stone and clay walls line the streets, and it's so quiet back here, I often forget that I'm just a block off the busy main shopping streets. Kabaraki is one of the stores here in the Nagamachi District, selling this region's unique porcelain pottery called Kutaniyaki. This hand-painted pottery was originally known for 5 colors used in the glazes, but has evolved several different styles over the centuries. You can see the 2 kanji signature for Kutaniyaki on the bottom of these pieces, ku or 9 and tani or valleys, the old name for the nearby region where Kutaniyaki originated. Around the corner in the Nagamachi District, you can actually walk around a samurai family home that has been preserved as a museum. This is the Nomura family residence, a samurai family during the Kaga clan's rule. Adults can enter the home for 550 yen. You can see the wealth that this family had through all the ornate detail in the decorations and intricate wood carving. But the best part in my opinion is the garden. The home is also a museum where you could admire the real samurai armor, swords, and letters dating back to the 1500s. Even the sliding door catches are like works of art, and you can spend as much time as you like in the garden, listening to the waterfall and watching the koi fish swim slowly. There's a tea room on the 2nd floor where you can enjoy a cup of tea with the view of the garden from above.
Something I really like about Kanazawa is that you can get both historical and modern in a relatively good sized city. So it's large enough to have everything you want, but small enough that it's not overwhelming. It's really fun to walk around.
All the walking around might make you hungry though, and luckily Kanazawa has a great cafe culture. There are so many coffee shops and ice cream shops to choose from. This one, Tsubomi, has some more traditional wagashi, or Japanese sweets, to choose from on their menu. I ordered the shiratama cream anmitsu. Not only did it come with matcha ice cream, but an assortment of other wagashi, or traditional Japanese sweets, typically served with green tea. Anmitsu is a summer dessert made with cubes of cool agar jelly called kanten, along with mochi, sweet beans, a scoop of ice cream, and kuromitsu black sugar syrup drizzled over the top, like a more mild molasses. You might also notice the beautiful Kutaniyaki handle on their sliding door.
Kanazawa can get really hot, but luckily you can cool off at a cafe, which there are lots and lots to choose from in Kanazawa, or you can go to a museum like the 21st Century Art Museum.
The 21st Century Art Museum is a great example of how Kanazawa has a mix of both traditional and modern. There's some fun art installations outside the museum, and the building itself is a really interesting circular glass structure. There's no main entrance, front, or back to the museum due to the circular design, which was made so that the guests aren't encouraged to approach the museum or the art inside from only one direction. There are free exhibits and paid exhibits in the museum, which rotate frequently, so there's always something new to see. There's also a small library of art books here to browse, and plenty of seating for taking a mid-afternoon break. There are 3 tea districts here in Kanazawa, or historic entertainment districts, which still offer opportunities to see geisha perform. Higashi Chaya is the largest and most popular one, so it's definitely worth a visit, but my favorite is Kazue-machi Chaya. This is a smaller tea district along the Asuno River, just across from Higashi Chaya. Look how pretty the cherry blossoms are here in the spring. However, on this day in the late afternoon, I made my way across the Sai River to the Nishi Chaya district, or the West Tea District. This one is a little farther away and smaller than the more popular Higashi Chaya district, but because of that, there are far fewer crowds.
So this is Nishi Chaya, which is the West Tea District, so it's one of the 3 tea districts that are here in Kanazawa.
This street is important for Kanazawa's performing art history. You can stroll past the lattice work of the historic buildings and see the old blue Western-style geisha management office. There's even a shop here that sells tofu ice cream, and another that sells amanato, or sweet beans, a local specialty. This western side of the city is also home to the Teramachi Temple District, the largest temple preservation area in the city, with dozens of temples to visit. Included here is the famous Ninja Temple. Its true name is Myoryuji, but it earned its nickname because of the maze of hallways and rooms designed to confuse trespassers. Guided tours are offered from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. On my way back, I'll walk across the Sai River again.
There are paved paths on the Saigawa for walking or biking, and it's also a really nice spot for picnics or just enjoying any time of day, really.
It was getting close to dinner time, and luckily there are lots of options here. This is the more modern part of Kanazawa, the Katamachi and Korinbo shopping districts. Izakayas are small bars that seat only a handful of people at a time, and make great options for dinner and drinks, since you can hop between places to try a few things at each stop.
The street is quiet now, but in a few hours, once it's closer to dinner time, it's really going to come alive. There's a lot of restaurant options and bar options that are over here in the Katamachi, Korinbo kind of area.
There are dozens of these small izakayas here, but there are also larger restaurants. Hanagumi is one of my favorites. And Grill Otsuka is a more Western-style restaurant, famous for their Kanazawa-style omurice. There are plenty of bars to choose from too. whether you're looking for a cozy spot to relax or a lively place to meet lots of people. Plus, the great public transportation in Kanazawa means that getting home from the bars is no problem. I haven't mentioned the bus system yet, but there are a few different bus options here in the city. The simplest option for navigating downtown is taking the Loop bus, which has a set circular route and accepts credit cards, nationwide IC cards, and cash. There's a right loop and a left loop option, which is just clockwise or counterclockwise. You can get on at Kanazawa Station or any other stop on the loop. The local Hokuriku buses have several routes that go farther outside the downtown area. However, they don't accept nationwide IC cards or credit cards, so you'll need cash. Finally, a few buses are owned by the Japan Rail Company. So if you get a JR pass through Klook, rides on those buses would be covered, as well as all JR train travel. I hope you can see why Kanazawa is a great destination for your trip to Japan, and maybe this video even gave you some ideas for things to do in the area. Check out Klook to buy train tickets, reserve hotels, and even book some tours in Kanazawa at klook.com today.